For some time now, we've tried to figure out some way that we could be in better touch with you.
And it's nice to be able to sit down and chat a little bit about some of the things going on.
It's going to be rather informal and a little bit disorganized.
So we'll try to keep it on that kind of an easygoing, informal basis.
And we hope that it will be useful in maintaining the kind of communication that you'd like to have.
Hi, I'm Doug DeVos.
And I'm Steve Van Andel.
And we want to welcome you to Open Meeting.
Well, welcome to Open Meeting, everyone. I'm Steve, and this is Doug. And this segment of Open Meeting is called Checking In. And it's kind of checking in from the different places that Doug and I and the different things that Doug and I have done. I've been connected with the U.S. Chamber for many years now, and I had the opportunity to go to a meeting, and we talked a little bit about the economy and about being an entrepreneur and what that means with businesses from the United States. And they look at the future economy very positively.
Well, Steve's being a little modest. When he attends a chamber meeting, he's been the chairman of the United States Chamber of Commerce twice. And so he's been the lead in representing U.S. business around the world and still continues to represent Amway wonderfully well as U.S. business. So he's being a little modest when he says that he just goes to the chamber. But I've had some fun as well in China at the Development Forum and in a somewhat similar way, getting together with business leaders, academics, and government leaders to look at economic conditions, what's happening around the world, and what are the things that can happen from a policy standpoint or market conditions that are being more successful or less. And it usually comes back to the entrepreneurial spirit. It usually comes back to smaller businesses. It comes back to the ideas around free enterprise. And so from that trip, I was able to kind of connect a time at a forum like that with other business leaders, if you will, to visiting some markets. Went to Thailand and Vietnam and just had a great time in those markets, connecting with ABO leaders, connecting with the next generation of ABO leaders to talk about the things that are important to them, because we've been in those, certainly in Thailand now for 30 years. So you have a lot of folks in different generations that have been in the business, and the future in both of those markets is bright.
Well, and I see that all around the world. I was recently at a North American Diamond Club and got a chance to talk to exactly the people you were talking about, Doug. Some of the younger leaders that are coming into the business, but also people who have been in a while, and just touching base to see once where their thinking is at. And I think they're very optimistic about North America and where North America is headed. They look at that being an entrepreneur, they look at owning your own business as being kind of the hot place to be right now. There's so many people that are wanting to start their businesses, and they see Amway as positioned just in the perfect place to take part of that opportunity.
Yeah. And as we travel, I think a couple of things come through. One, the entrepreneurial spirit is alive and well. It's strong. And a lot of people, when we get, especially outside of the business, a lot of people look at Amway as really a living and visible and vibrant example of that entrepreneurial spirit.
And we certainly see how some of our future strategies with you, partnering with you in Amway Next and the things that we do as being key to making sure that all of us are successful in the future.
You bet. So it's a lot of fun to kind of travel the world to represent you in a lot of forums, and that does it for the Checking In segment. So thanks for joining us.